Greetings, viewers. I want to take a minute today and talk to you about a transmission filter that I'm installing on my vehicle. There's a couple of choices. There's this is actually a power steering filter. It's really popular. And this end has got a magnet in it to trap a lot of particulate matter, and it's quite effective. And there's a lot of videos on these if you want to search YouTube for them. Let me show you the box that come in. It's the box that come in. They're fairly inexpensive. They're easy to install, and it's actually a power steering filter. And I know that Wix makes one, and AutoZone makes one. I don't know if they're made by the same company or not, but I actually chose one made by this company, and it comes on its own little metal base here. And I chose this one because I can get a different cartridge that holds a lot of material, and it's very fine. The filter I have on order cleans to 10 microns. It's an actual hydraulic filter. And let me show you how this comes. It comes with the base, and then it comes with a threaded insert to fit your filter. And it's got 3 tabs, 3 bolt holes to mount it to your fender or somewhere on your car. And then it's got, these are 3/8 pipe to 3/8 hose. And you just connect it to one of the cooler lines at the radiator. The reason I chose this one is because most vehicles have a limited space under the hood to install them, and that's what makes this small filter much easier to deal with because of its small size. But it's my understanding the filter in this is around 40 microns, and it doesn't have a lot of paper to catch contaminants. And I've got some different filters here. This is one off of a Toyota car. It's a Baldwin filter. It fits on here. It's a little bit small. The diameter is a little bit small. I'm not sure if it covers the sealing surface enough or not. This is one off of my lawnmower. It's an actual Briggs & Stratton filter. It fits on here. Gives you a more compact area. The one I'm purchasing is about this long. About 3.5 inches long, about 3 inches in diameter. This is another one for my car. It's the same as the Baldwin. It's just about 3/4 of an inch longer. And this is the one that came with it. And the number on here don't make any sense to me. I can't cross it to anything. And I called B&M, and they told me to get this gigantic filter. It's about 1 inch longer than this one, and about 3/4 of an inch fatter. So if we got a filter about this long and about as wide as my fingers here, it's going to be a little bit tough to find a place to mount it to where it can be serviced easily. And the reason I've chosen smaller filters is because of their compact size, and I'll have the ability to select the micron rating. Most of these automotive oil filters are rated for 21 microns. Some are more. There's one for a lawnmower that's rated at 15, and the hydraulic filter I've ordered is 10 microns, and it has a 8 psi pop-off valve inside it, bypass valve, and that's very important. If it gets stopped up, then it needs to circulate. The number on this filter is V as in Victor 1, A as in Adam, and then it says Group 7 on it, and it's made by Purolator, and I haven't been able to find that number in any cross-reference, so I'm a little bit confused. But I wanted to show you this filter before I get it installed on the vehicle, because once it's installed, I'm not going to be making a video of it. I just wanted to add one more thing. This is the filter I was telling you about. I got it wrapped up to keep it clean, but I googled this number and I found out that Purolator is introducing this Group 7 as a alternative to assume the place of 7 different filters. So this other filter that they told me was about 5/8 of an inch thicker, 3/4, something like that. And this one just has a smaller case on it to take the position of a couple of other filters, and it's also just a little bit shorter. I wanted to add that information. And this filter, I've got it in right now. It's a 1269 made by Napa, which Wix manufactures these for them. So it's a 51269 if you want to look it up on the Wix Filters website. By the way, they have very good information on their cross-reference. You put in the number, whatever you're using, and it'll bring up a hyperlink of their number, and you click on it. It'll give you all the technical details, like the diameter of this case and the length of it, and it'll give you the size of the gasket and the thread pitch, and it'll tell you about the valves inside, the drain back valve and the bypass pressure setting, and it's also lists a micron rating. They're a nominal rating; they're not absolute. You have to do your own research to understand the difference. They also have a beta ratio, but I'm not really up to date on how that is, because the way it's listed is different than the information I've been reading. But I've got this installed on the truck now, and it took a few minutes to bleed the line out because it's pretty cold out right now. But after I drove it a while, it felt kind of warm. It was I think 25 degrees when I was driving it today, so it never did really get warmed up without an extensive amount of travel time. And I'm very pleased about how that system turned out. And when I did install it on there, I left enough room that I could put just about any size filter on there that will fit the base. Right now, I'm just trying to clean up the system, get the new fluid to purge contaminants out of the system, and trap them in that fine hydraulic filter. After the system's cleaned up according to my lab analysis, let me show you a page here. I send it off to a lab. This is a Blackstone. It's recommended by Bob the Will guy. And I did an ISO particle count on there, and it was pretty alarming. And the oil I just drained out of it, it had a lot of grit to it, so I'm just trying to clean up the system until I no longer have a problem. And then I can go back to a coarser filter. But I want to share my information here. This is the V&M kit in my hand. And there's a company called Derale, I think is the name of it. They use the exact same filter base. I don't know if it comes with a filter. I know it comes with a little bit of hose for installation. And they're not really expensive, but I think they're a better system than this little one here. And you could also put this filter on your line on the return back to the transmission. This is what I have today, and I'd appreciate any comments you have in regard to using this system. Have a great day.